What does the future look like for advisors, and how can your business withstand whatever's next? Joined by the man who's got all the answers, Allan Boomer. Allan, thank you so much for making some time to chat today, all about future-proofing your practice.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for having me. It's a wonderful conference you guys have here, and I love the discussions that have been started here.
Oh, I find it so interesting. I think advisors are not always great business owners. So when it comes to future-proofing your practice, getting ready for whatever's next, what do you recommend? What is really important for advisors to think about?
I think first you got to be a little paranoid. You got to be worried about what's happening next. Like, what do I not know? What changes could be impacting my business? Which things can I answer through technology? What are my clients worried about? What are my advisors worried about? I mean, there's so many different things that you've got to constantly have your head on the swivel. And the thing I loved about this conference is that you've got all the tech providers, you've got all the just leading advisors across the country who are here gathered to share best ideas. And so for me, it's AI is one of the things I'm worried about. It's talent, how do I develop and retain talent? And finally, client experience. What could I do to enhance the client experience?
Client experience, that always needs to come first, because ultimately, if you're not retaining clients, you can't grow. That retention number is here at zero, but if you're trying to grow and you have to start at a deficit because you lost clients, that's hard. So what are some keys to great client experience from where you're sitting?
Yeah, sure. I mean, for one, I think the bar is kind of low for client experience in the sense that most folks stick with their advisor through not great experience. So if you can do above and beyond, if you can have great experience, I think it helps, right? So for us, it's about being really close to the client and understanding not just what they say, but what they mean, right? And helping them to make sure they're achieving their goals over time. Little things, like we have a service standard at our firm. If someone sends a voicemail, how quickly do I get back to that voicemail? Someone sends an email, how quickly do we respond?
And what is your turnaround like on things like that?
Oh, we try to get to someone in an hour.
Really?
Try to.
Okay. I've heard other firms say 24 hours, but an hour, that's really impressive.
Look, we have kind of like the immediate goal, the stretch goal, okay, don't let it go past this, right? So 24 hours would be like, the worst case scenario for a response time.
Now, when I think about things like technology to help simplify your life, make it easier, sometimes it's easy to get distracted by the shiny object or the new thing, even something like AI. How do you recommend advisors stay focused on their goals, even as there's so many great technology options, especially even here at this conference?
I think the biggest thing is that advisors can't be lazy about new technology. I remember for years when cryptocurrency came out, and cryptocurrency's been out for over 10 years. And there's advisors basically just said, I don't understand it, so we're not going to invest in it. And that attitude is one of failure. Like that's a lazy attitude that your client will accept that answer maybe the first time, but by the second time they're asking, they're probably also asking another advisor at that point. So things like crypto, things like AI, things like private investments, hedge funds, like these are things that every advisor needs to be facile in knowing about, having that conversation. Even if you're not using it, you still need to be able to talk about it intelligently.
You're 100% right. Advisors need to have an understanding, even if it's not something that they're leveraging right now. So if you could give one tip or one takeaway for advisors that want to make sure that their practice withstands the future, what do you think that tip is?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, there's a big movement in our industry today for consolidation. Firms feel like unless you've got $10 billion under management, you should merge or be acquired. And I just think that a lot of independent firms need to stay independent. And I say that because we're doing a great job for our clients. We've got good lifestyles, we're making good money, and we're helping people. And a lot of us left big firms to create special places that we've created. And I think the industry expects that they need to scare all of us into selling, and I think a lot of us need to stay independent. Like I know my firm, my goal is to be around for 100 years and to be a special place for diverse advisors and to serve a special type of client. And I think that's a big takeaway, is to have a vision for your firm, and it's not just about selling out to the highest bidder.
Have a vision, live it your way. Allan, smartest thing I heard all day. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
For Wealth Management, for Edge TV, I'm Matt Ackerman.